I knew my wife was cheating on me because of a pizza. That probably sounds ridiculous, but after 10 years of marriage, you notice the little things. One Friday night, she texted me saying she had to work late and wouldn't be home until after midnight. A few hours later, I got a notification from our joint bank account showing a charge from a pizza place across town. The strange part was that she hated pizza from that restaurant and never had any reason to be in that area. At first, I ignored it, but the next week it happened again. Same excuse, same restaurant, same part of town. That's when I started paying attention. Over the next month, every late shift seemed to come with charges from places nowhere near her office, coffee shops, restaurants, and stores she'd never mentioned. Instead of confronting her, I started collecting information. I saved receipts, bank records, and timestamps. Then one evening, I drove to the area where those charges kept appearing. Her car wasn't there, but parked nearby was a truck I'd seen before. It belonged to a coworker she always described as just a friend. About an hour later, I watched them walk out of a restaurant together laughing and holding hands. My stomach dropped, but I stayed calm. I had the truth now. The next few weeks were the hardest. Every day she came home pretending everything was normal. She'd ask about my day, sit next to me on the couch, and talk about future vacation plans while secretly seeing someone else. What she didn't know was that I was already planning my exit. I met with a lawyer, opened a separate bank account, gathered financial records, and quietly prepared for what was coming. Then her birthday arrived. She decided to throw a big family dinner and invited both sides of the family along with several close friends. Nearly 30 people showed up. Halfway through the evening, she stood up with a glass in her hand and gave a speech about how grateful she was for the people in her life. She talked about honesty, loyalty, trust, and the importance of family. The irony was unbelievable. When everyone finished clapping, I stood up and said I had a surprise for her too. People smiled, expecting some romantic gesture. Instead, I connected my phone to the television in the living room. The first thing that appeared was a timeline. Then came the receipts, then the locations, then photos, then screenshots, then messages. The room became so quiet you could hear the air conditioner running. My wife's face lost all color. She tried interrupting me several times, but every time she did, another piece of evidence appeared on the screen. The excuses started immediately. It's not what it looks like. Then you're misunderstanding everything. Then we were just friends. But nobody believed her anymore. There was simply too much proof. Her father looked furious. Her mother looked heartbroken. Some of her friends couldn't even look at her. When I finally finished, I wished her a happy birthday, handed her the divorce papers I'd already prepared, and calmly walked toward the door. Behind me, chaos erupted. People were asking questions, others were demanding answers. She was crying and trying to explain herself, but nobody was listening anymore. As I stepped outside, I realized something. For months, she thought she was getting away with everything. In reality, every lie had been building toward that one moment, and it all started with a $20 pizza she thought I'd never notice.